the results of yesterday. So get ready for these two. But women needs a 10-point turnaround to at least tie 7x11 to win it. Well, to get second, but winning on yet championship. Either way. Jensen did not get off the line well, and Savonier is gonna lead into turn 1. Jensen was bogged at the start. Now Soipers comes to his outside, so bad start for Jensen as he drops down to third, could be fourth, as Savonier leads them into turn 1. Followed by Soipers in second. Cater's trying to get involved. Jensen's buried in. He's got nowhere to go, and he might fall down to fifth. So a nightmare start for Jensen as Patrick Cater bullies his way through to the lead. What a start that is. Patrick Cater leading from Savonier. Soipers. Jensen's in fourth at the moment as he tries to go down the inside on Soipers, but Vuma is down in seventh, so that's not good news for him with how well Savonier are doing it. Jensen finding himself in an unfamiliar position after bogging down at the start. He just had no grip off the line. He's down to fourth. You expect him to start carving through this field, but Vuma's down in seventh. Savonier is second, so Savonier wins the non-Jensen championship as Jensen himself tries to go down the inside on Sleepers, couldn't get it done, and now might go under pressure for Milligan in the fight for fourth. They run towards the hairpin. Milligan's going to go to the inside. Jensen covers him off fairly nicely there, although, yeah, Milligan doesn't try it, although he does come down the inside, Milligan, but Jensen's going to get the exit on the outside. Then comes Brass, who's in sixth at this stage, so good ways for him so far. We'll look further to see what Milligan can do. Cater, who leads from Savonier, then Soipers. Fourth place is Jensen. Milligan tries to go down his inside, but that didn't work out. Then Babu is in seventh. And Jones Bergman, as we see Kaye a little bit wide as he's trying to fight with Hutchins for 11th. Kaye is ahead of Hutchins. That's coming down the inside. There is Genovese on Lawson. We're going to cut away to have a look at this. Occasionally, the only sleeper is Jensen. We're going to need to catch up to his regular pace into the final corner. And Babuma has joined into the back of this leading train. Jones, Bergwood, Smith, Kaye, Hutchins, Genovese, as we see Martinez now trying to make his way past Lossell and nearly getting spun, as we can see, is that Milligan angling for the move. He's got ahead of Jensen. So Jensen must have had a bad exit at the final corner. And so that's a great switch by Babuma to the inside. And he's now trying to get two in one corner as he tries to go down the inside on Jensen as well. But he got tagged and he couldn't get it done, and now goes wide trying to get ahead of last, but he's got ahead of last at least, so up to sixth. But Jensen has had a really poor start to this race. He's 3.5 seconds behind Cage right in front. He's running fifth. So just no grip out there over for Jensen. As you see Soipers on the back of Savonier, but Babuma's running sixth. So Savonier finishes second in the championship as it stands. Babuma leads Savonier to drop, and he could be helped out by Soipers here. Could have a as Cater still leads. Be a big result for Cater, but he is under huge pressure now from Savonier and Soipers. Babuma's got a train building up behind him of Bast, Bergman and Kaye, and also Smith. So he headed to the hairpin. See what happens here. You can see Bast to the inside of Jones. To get through it. Now Bergman swoops to the outside, and that doesn't go anywhere. Let's see. Savonier on the back of Cater for the lead. Not going to happen there for Savonier. Soipers is third, then Milligan and Jensen. Babuma. As you see Bergman trying to get past Vass. Vass gets a bit nudged off line. Bergman's going to have the better line, but he is going to have to go around the outside. Probably going to have to help out Vass in defending the position, and it does here in the fight for 8th position. We'll head back up the field because Soipers on the back of Savonier for second. Bad news for Boomer is he's too far back from Jensen. He's 2 seconds behind, and that means he's not really in the top 5 train. Which is not good. Jensen's still behind. Soipa's on the back of Salmon X as Keita leads. 10 minutes to go. And Jensen after a really bad start has been fought. It's a bad fight, but he's trying to get a nice exit to get ahead of Milligan off the straight here. He got a nice exit. Is he going to be able to just get by in the straight, or is he going to have to wait for turn 1? Mikael Jensen gets slightly in front. And as we head into turn 1, Soipers goes for Salmon X. Hold on. We'll see what happens to Jensen as we head through here. But Soipers is trying to get ahead of Salmon X second. Can he send one to the inside and get it done on the Latvian? As Jensen's actually ended up behind and actually had the pressure from Boomer. But Soipers trying to go down the inside on Salmon X as he got the bravery to send one up the inside. Here he has. Ole Rude has dropped to last, so not sure what happened to him, but Soipers couldn't get it done. As now Jones is trying to get ahead of Bavuma, and Bavuma's now dropped to 7th as Jensen teleport run, and Bavuma hits him. And that is throwing away Bavuma's chances of getting second in the championship. As now we see Bergman and Mass fighting, and they all get out of shape there. And this now drags in Kaye, Smith, Hutchins, and also Genovese. So we head through here and down the inside on Vasco's Bergman. Trying to get through, not really going to happen there. Last now comes under pressure from Kaye, who gets through into 9th. As we now head towards the headband, and we see Smith now trying to get ahead of Last to the inside. We also see Kaye going down the inside of Bergman here for 8th position. Down the inside we go. Can Kaye get off the corner? He got off okay, but Bergman got off better, being on the racing line. Bergman stays ahead, and also Last comes under pressure from Smith and Hutchins. Let's look up the field. As we see Smith running in 11th, going down the inside on Last, and that's a great move by Smith. Clean, late braking manoeuvre, and he's up into the top 10. So further down the order, and we see Shaw running 23rd, fighting with Svetsky, and Ford looking at the back. But here we go for the fight for the lead. Salmon X, with Bavuma down in 7th, he is winning the second in the championship right now. Basically the non-Jensen championship. And he is on the back of Papa Keita for the lead. He just loses a bit of time in the straight there. Soipers is 3rd. So we have a look, see if Jensen can overtake Jones for 5th. Jack Jones started this race in 10th, so he's had a nice race, but he might lose out here to Jensen with 7.5 minutes to go. Jensen, 6 seconds behind Keita. You would assume he would have to put up quite the drive to win the race from here. He's only failed to win 2 races this season, Jensen. The first race of the season, where he had a bad start, and Brands Hatch, where he had to pit. So, down the inside, late one on Jones. Jensen can't get it done. He just can't figure out how to overtake. He's just not used to it. As we see Hutchinson Losso fighting for 12th. It's going to be Losso ahead into 12th. It's going to further up the field. And we see the fight for the... Oh! Oh! No, it's happened. I think Salmon X has gone into the back of Keita. Let's have a look. He has. Oh, that's massive. And that pushes Keita off the track. And Salmon X is pitting. So, all the thing we needed was an 11-point turnaround. Well, guess what? All he has to do now is just finish inside the top 10. As long as Bavuma finishes inside the top 10, he'll win the non-Jensen championship. And what that also means is Anthony Soipers at the moment is on course to win his first race of the season. He had his best result in race 1 when he finished 2nd. And as it stands, he'll win the race. But Andre Savonier has thrown it all away. Unless Bavuma hands up with an incident. And Andre Savonier is going to have to pit because look at that car. It is done for with 6 minutes to go. So Savonier rammed into the back of Keita. Keita's got a lot of damage to his rear right. That's cost him probably the race win. He was driving a nice race out in front. Swipers goes an interesting line through there. Jensen still stuck behind Jones down in 5th after just having an awful race. which does prove the fact that Mikkel Jensen is actually immortal and not some demigod superhero. But Andres Savonier, so it's hard, like, I mean, unless Baruma ends up choking outside the top 10, which is unlikely, but not impossible. But Savonier will have to pit to fix that car. And what looked a dead certainty that he would win the Jensen Championship, it's over. He comes into the pits, and that is that. 5 minutes to go. Slopers leads. Kaiser, Milligan. Jensen on the back of Jones going to try and make this maneuver. We'll go on board with the D. For fourth position. This was now. That's going to push Savonier to the back of the field. Let's see if Jensen can finally get the job done on Jones and then maybe start catching up to Milligan and Cater into turn 1. Tried to send it down the inside. Late move there. Nice move by Jensen. But again, not enough to get past Jones. And that means he's now cost himself even more time. Just not going his way today for Mikkel Jensen. Okay, maybe someone on the inside here. No. 4 minutes to go. Milligan has the false example of the race. 4 minutes. Just under 4 minutes. Left to go. Slopers leads. Cater Milligan. He's on the back of Cater. Jensen still stopped behind Jones. He's got Bavuma behind him, but let's see. Yeah. Because Bavuma will know that this is his championship to lose. As Milligan goes down the inside on Cater for second. So late one, it is hard to overtake there, but if you can get the exit, which Milligan has hit, and Mark Milligan is up to second, and Papa Cater, who looked a dead certainty to win the race, now drops to third. You see Jensen going all over the place, trying to get ahead of Jones after he had a slow exit. And was there contact there with Bavuma? But like Jensen got a nudge, but he's up to fourth. Bavuma's going to send one down the inside of Jones, but Jensen doesn't care. He's finally cleared off Jones. He's got 4.5 seconds to Cater ahead, and now he is unleashed. And so Jones stays ahead of Bavuma, but I want to see what that was all about with Jensen. So this will happen there. So Jones had a poor exit. So Jensen then goes to the inside, lost the back end. Now was there was a bit of contact, you know. Yeah, him and Bavuma. Look, you can actually see it on the back. Did Bavuma get any noticeable damage to the front? Not much. So it was only Jensen who got a bit of damage, and that was to his rear end. But he's already closed up 8 attempts on Cater. He's only just got the job done. So keep an eye out for Jensen. He is going to be a big danger now at the end of this race. It's Slopers are leads by 2 seconds to Milligan. Third place for Papa Cater. I don't think he'll mind a podium, but after what could have been, and then getting rammed off the track by Savonier and being overtaken by Milligan, third place will be a bit disappointing for him. Jensen's now unleashed in fourth, and then Jones, and then kept Bavuma, Bergman, Kaye, Smith, and Drax rounding out the top 10. Maybe Cater can stage a revenge against Milligan for second. Probably too far back though on this lap. Yeah. Looks like we could see Bergman trying to go down the inside on Bavuma here. And he is. Late one by Bergman. They get wheel to wheel, and Bavuma is going to stay ahead. So look further down the order. See, fights outside the points, but there we go. But you can already see the time that Jensen's closing up here. We have a look at that. You can see Smith fighting with Kaye for 8th position. There you go. See Bergman on the back of Bavuma. Down the inside he goes. Towards 6th position. Did he get the exit? No. See Martinez trying to get ahead of Lawson. He is ahead for 12th position, that is. Jackson and Genovese. Jensen has got the fastest 100%, so I'll see if he improves on that. Still see Smith back in 8th position. Wait, up the inside. 15 seconds to go. I think it's actually the final lap of the race. Anthony Soibers is going to win his first ever JTCL race. 4, 3, 2, 1. The checkered flag is out now. And Anthony Soibers, we've got today, P3. Jensen had a horror show. Somebody blew up. Soibers wins his first race in the final race of the season. Mark Milligan finishes second. Patrick Cater completes out a round around podium. Jensen's horrible start and then getting fucked over by Jack Jones winning his race as he finishes 4th. Doesn't even get the fastest lap of the race. Jones ends up 5th. Boomer wins the non-Jensen championship courtesy of Salmon X going kamikaze mode into the back of Cater. Bergman ends up 7th. Kaye in 8th. Smith 9th. Vasquez up top 10. Then Hutchins, Martinez, Lossell, Genovese with County X and then Chikaris, Douglas, Mondi. Followed through by Smetsky, Hans, Jorbu, Glau, Forsberg, Doug, and eventually Salmon X in. Not the way he would have hoped. Will cross the line, and here he comes. 26 from second on the grid. He was set to potentially win the race. He threw it all away, and he ends out second in the non-Jensen championship. Fastest lap of the race by Mark Milligan. Next season, there'll be no Jensen. If the rule the previous champions can't be entered, there'll be no Americas, and it means we'll be in for an exciting season without a dominant force, hopefully. We'll see you in Season 6 JTCL.